Everyone believed her life was beautiful. Every photo looked perfect. But behind the screen, she was slowly losing control of everything that mattered. Chimaka was 23 and lived in a quiet part of Yuyo. She worked as a receptionist in a small private clinic. The pay was not much, but it helped her support herself and send a little money home to her parents in the village. Her life was simple. She woke up early, dressed neatly, and went to work. In the evenings, she returned to her small apartment, cooked, and rested. But online, Chimaka lived a completely different life. On social media, she looked like someone who had made it. She posted pictures in beautiful restaurants. She shared photos in stylish clothes. She used captions that suggested she was living comfortably and happily. Her friends often commented, "You are enjoying in this UUO." Others sent messages asking how she was doing so well. People admired her. Some even envied her. Chimaka always replied with smiling emojis. No one knew the truth. The truth was that Chimaka was struggling. Her salary could barely cover her rent, food, and transportation. Most months, she had nothing left. At first, the social media posts were harmless. She would take pictures only when she occasionally went out with friends. But slowly, something changed. She began to feel pressure to keep up the image she had created. When she saw others posting about their success, she felt left behind. When people praised her lifestyle, she felt she had to maintain it. So she started spending money she did not have. She bought clothes on credit. She borrowed money from colleagues. She even used part of her rent money to take pictures in expensive places just to post online. Each post brought her attention, and each like made her feel a little better, at least for a moment. But after the excitement faded, reality returned, and it was always worse than before. Things became more serious when her landlord came asking for rent. She had only half the money. "I will complete it next week," she said quietly, but she knew she had no plan. At work, her concentration began to drop. She was always thinking about money who she could borrow from next, and how she would pay back. Her friends started avoiding her calls. Some of them had already lent her money she had not returned. Still, her social media told a different story. One evening, she posted a picture of herself in a new outfit at a popular restaurant. The comments came quickly. "Soft life. Baby girl. You are glowing. Teach us your ways." Chimaka smiled as she read them, but that night, she ate only bread and water. A few days later, something unexpected happened. Her younger cousin, Ifnanyanya, sent her a message. "Sister Kai, I want to come and stay with you in Yuyo for a while. I want to find work. You're doing well, so I know you can guide me." Chimaka stared at the message for a long time. She felt something heavy in her chest. This was the image she had created. Now someone believed it completely. The real breaking point came the following week. At work, the clinic manager called her into the office. "There have been complaints," he said calmly. "You have been distracted. Patients have noticed." Chimaka lowered her head. "This is a small clinic," he continued. "We need people we can rely on." She nodded silently. That same day, her landlord gave her a final warning. "If you do not complete your rent by the end of the week, you will have to leave." Everything was closing in at once. That evening, she opened her phone and looked at her social media page. Picture after picture of a life that did not exist. She scrolled through the comments, the likes, the admiration. For the first time, it did not make her happy. It made her feel tired. Very tired. She realized something important. She was not just lying to others. She was losing herself. The next day, Chimaka made a difficult decision. She stopped posting. Then, she called her cousin. Her voice was soft. "Ifnanyanya, I need to tell you the truth. My life is not like what you see online." There was silence on the other end. Chimaka continued, slowly and honestly. "I am struggling. I am managing. I don't want you to come here expecting something different." Her cousin did not laugh or judge her. Instead, she said, "Thank you for telling me the truth." That conversation gave Chimaka courage. She began to take small steps to fix her situation. She spoke to her landlord and asked for a short extension. She reduced her spending completely. She started repaying her debts little by little. At work, she focused again. She became more attentive and careful. It was not easy. There were days she felt embarrassed, days she wanted to go back to pretending. But she did not. Slowly, things improved. Not perfectly, but honestly, and for the first time in a long while, she felt a quiet sense of peace. The lesson of this story is simple. Social media can show a beautiful picture, but it does not always show the truth. When you try to live for appearances, you may lose what truly matters: your peace, your honesty, and your real life. It is better to live a simple truth than a beautiful lie, because in the end, the life you live offline is the one that truly counts. Like, comment, subscribe, or thanks for watching.